Hey everybody, Real with Wes, day 2. We're going to jump right into this thing. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm excited to be able to come to you guys talking about pursuing wisdom and really reapproaching the wisdom of God. I believe you should not go a day without living and receiving and drawing off your relationship with God and receiving that wisdom. That's what it's really all about. When I talk about wisdom, wisdom is a byproduct of your relationship with God is what it ultimately is. By having a connection with Him and by daily connecting with Him throughout your day, intuitively connecting through Him, through the Word, through confessions, through meditation, through listening, just simply humbling yourself and saying, I need you, God. Wisdom flows from that. And I want to give you this different perspective here. We were in Proverbs 1, and I read verse 23 yesterday, but let me read 20. Verse 20, back it up a couple notches there. Wisdom shouts out in the streets. She cries out in the public squares. She calls to the crowds along the main street, to those gathered in front of the city gate. And of course, she's pleading here is what it is, what we're talking about here. In verse 22, how long, you simpletons, will you insist on being simple-minded? How long will your mockers relish your mocking? How long will you fools hate knowledge? Now, it's saying it from a place of, oh my God, I don't want this for you. I want what's best. Because wisdom, when we tie it back to, yes, it refers, which is, I think, a really accurate thing, God in female version, because God, the female-male thing construct doesn't exactly apply to God like we do as human beings and a lot of our constructs, stuff like that. God is spirit, is what that is, and both is what the powerful thing is. So this is a side of God right here is what we're talking about in a very short version of 5-minute video here. I could put that in. There's a lot more to it. But nonetheless, I put pursue wisdom. But it's even more when we understand God's wisdom and God Himself and His love for us is continuously pursuing us. People have a hard time accepting that, where wisdom in God, because God is omnipresent and God is present with everyone. I know that defies a lot of us versus them, or, if you're saved or not saved. God does not get involved in all those things we created, by the way. God does not have those boundaries put up, is what it is. God is present with a person, the Muslim person, the Buddhist person, the atheist person, the LGBTQ person, the trans person, all those different things, persons, every race, creed, background person you can think. God is evidently wisdom. God is actively pursuing. God is always responding and speaking with wisdom. It's whether we're listening or not. And so now wisdom becomes unconditional, the way God intended to be, which truly reflects the nature and love and heart of God. Why is that so important to catch that and to say it that way? Because it may ruffle your feathers a little bit, as they say, expression they say, get you all kind of upset because it doesn't fit your box, is what it is. But that box, thank God, I'm throwing it away, because that box, when I throw away that box, it benefits me. It benefits all of us. It means that we cannot disqualify for the things of God. We cannot disqualify for our relationship with God. We cannot disqualify for the wisdom of God. It is truly unconditional, and it truly belongs to us. So there's not this grappling, this fighting all the time of just trying to get wisdom. It simply comes to where the struggle really comes is right here, to make sure we are listening and actively listening is what it's all about. Actively coming to the place of humility. I need you, God. I need you, God. I can't do this without you. I can't do this on my own. I can't do this in my own self-serving. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm just trying to figure it out. All those things is an approach and a filter and a perspective when we approach situations, life, relationships, all the things we don't know and we can't figure out, and we have no clue what we're doing. Wisdom flows best in those moments. But the thing we also have to strip away is all the conditions we put on it. That, God sometimes speaks to them, or God speaks to them. The arrogance of this spiritual piety that could qualify us, the self-righteousness that qualifies for wisdom, is absolutely anti-God. And that's why we talk about here Proverbs 1, and you're seeing the author here. You're seeing Solomon write these in, David, and put these in is what you're seeing. And you're seeing through fragmented, broken human beings that know God in part, you're seeing the glimpses of His love and His nature that to be true on the inside of you, which is God is unconditional. His wisdom is unconditional. So when I talk about approaching God, when we read verse 23, which says yesterday, come and listen to my counsel, I shall share my heart with you and make you wise. That is unconditional. If you are a human being, if you are a part of creation, you qualify for that. Simple as that. So That's my biggest thing I want you to take away today. Don't want you trying to qualify for the wisdom of God, or living in condemnation or guilt or shame or any of those things, or thinking that our good performance somehow causes wisdom to flow even more. No, it is unconditional. It flows to us in our darkest moments, our most broken moments, our most ugly, messed up moments. Wisdom of God flows at all times unconditionally to everyone. All you simply have to say is, here I am, I'm listening. That's all it takes. All right, guys. That's just declaring God's goodness right there. That's how good God is. And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're excited about that. I hope that blessed you today. I hope you walk in the fullness of God's wisdom, unconditionally, unashamedly, no matter what you mess up, or no matter what mistake, and then being able to share that with others. Man, be a blessing to someone and receive the blessings of God, his wisdom, his revelation that is there for you. And man, you're going to just walk on a higher level in life. Enjoying life is what that is. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Catch you tomorrow.